Okay, I got 3 kidneys, 2 lungs. I can get fingers, toes, and if you got the cash and a cooler full of ice, I can get you a heart. Now let's make this quick. The clock's ticking, and time is money. What up, what up, what up? We are back. Who am I? Jersey Street Corner, and this is the Prison Talk Show, people. So let's get into it. Alright. Now, this story today is about an officer. Now, normally I would give y'all a dirty officer's name. But for my own safety, I will not be doing that today. So let's just call him Officer A for asshole. Now, Officer A, he has very strong ties to a Russian gang tied to trafficking. And I know y'all like, what jail gotta do with trafficking? Well, it's all types of trafficking, y'all. Just stay with me. Now, in the prison, it was normal for someone to get taken out of their cell and escorted to lock up for many reasons. They could have checked in on a low, or they might have threatened someone and they told on them. They could be getting transferred or released. And sometimes other inmates won't even have any idea where you're going. And besides your homies, nobody really cares where you're going. That's not their business. You know what I mean? Some inmates come back and some don't. That's just a part of prison. Excuse me, y'all. Now, Officer A got involved with another gang in the prison and started making arrangements for certain inmates to be taken from their cells at night. Now, it kept happening night after night, and after a while, everyone just thought it was normal. Only thing is, nobody ever see anyone come back to the pod. Now, some of these guys had homies in the pod, so they start asking questions, and of course, officers ain't saying nothing, but people want answers. Man, I know my boy ain't go home. He got too much time, and he ain't no snitch, so something ain't right, man. Officers told old boy, quiet down or you're going to the hole. Now, this was on second shift, so he go ahead about his business. Everybody just went back to our daily routines. So third shift roll around, Officer A is on duty. The same dude from earlier that was getting gangster with the second shift officer started asking the same questions again. Officer A looking at him like he crazy. He said, I advise you to keep your damn mouth closed, inmate. Dude kept talking. I'm a grown man. You ain't gonna be telling me to be quiet. I know something. I know something wrong. Something wrong, Officer A. I know you know something. I know you know something. You need to talk. You need to tell me something, man. People don't just be disappearing. What the hell you think this is? At this point, you could see Officer A turning beet red. He mad as all hell. And he said it again. Inmate, back away from the gate. And you already knew where it was headed. He was about 5 seconds away from taking that man to the hole. Because he just kept talking and running his mouth. And it's like, dude, they're not giving you answers. You're just going to get yourself locked up. But anyway, he just backed off. Officer A went to his seat, turned his back to the pod, and pretty much ignored everybody for the rest of the night. Like, I don't care what y'all got going on up in there. Because Officer A, he has something of his own going on. And they had no idea. To him, they was just like candy in a candy shop. He could pick whichever one he wanted for his diabolical scheme. So we go ahead, last lockdown, everybody locking in now. At this time, y'all, I had an older bunkie. And this dude was missing like 3 fingers on his right hand. So I never asked him about it, you know. It's a talking piece, but out of respect, you let somebody, you know, kind of bring it up themselves, you know, unless you really cool with them like that, which I was not. We're inmates, and you're never really cool with somebody like that, unless you've been doing time with them for years. But anyway, dude had, you know, he was missing 3 fingers on his right hand. And when we locked down, he told me something. He said, listen, young boy, I gotta tell you something, man. That dude right there, Officer A, hey, man, that guy over there, he in trouble. He don't want to mess with him. And I was like, what you mean? He said, I'm trying to tell you, Officer A ain't to be played with. He said, I tried him before. I tried his chin before. You know, I was talking all that good stuff to him, talking slick. Look at my hand. Look what happened to me. And he like, yeah, it really happened, young boy. I was young at the time. And he got me, drugged me, and next thing you know, I woke up missing 3 of my fingers. And I'm like, stop lying, OG. Now you capping for real. I'm already in prison, man. Ain't much more you can do to scare me, man. Stop playing so much. And he like, man, no, I ain't lying, man. I ain't lying. That dude right there, I don't know what he do with the parts that he take from people, but he taking parts from people, man. That's all I can tell you. It's something not right about that dude. I'm telling you. And I'm like, yo, so how you heal up missing 3 fingers? He said, man, they threw me back in lockup for 6 months. And had a nurse come and check on me every single day and give me medication until I healed. They covered that shit up for him, man. But my fingers is gone. He took them, and I don't know what he did with them. And I'm like, all right, OG, hold, calm down, OG. We don't need him coming over here. Calm down. He's like, all right, I'm just trying to tell you, boy, don't mess with him. Don't even think about following that guy's footsteps. Do not mess with him. Something bad gonna happen to that guy. I'm telling you. I got a gut feeling something bad is gonna happen to that dude. And he talking about the dude that was acting crazy and asking too many questions. I don't even know the dude's name. That's how, you know, least of people. I have no idea who he was. I seen him, but I had no idea who he was. So when things start hitting the fan, different inmates started asking questions. And it started to be 1 and 2, then 4 and 5, then 7 and 8, to the point where it was starting to get attention. And now Officer A, he had to do something. He had to do something fast. So he started making phone calls to his connections, the Russians. And he told them he needed them to start expediting these orders. They need to come and go faster because people are starting to catch on, and he doesn't know how long he's going to be able to perform, you know, his procedures. So they're like, all right, give us 3 days and we'll be ready to move. And that meant whether it be, now this is the crazy part, y'all. I said he was dealing with a Russian gang. They had capabilities to be here 1 minute and an hour from now be in another country on a jet. Yeah, that type of shit. So, and I guess I'll just get to the point. They were trafficking body parts, y'all. Yep. Funneled from the prison in buckets and bags of ice. And Officer A was at the center of this whole, I guess you want to call it, charade. Right? So, like the OG said, he missing 3 fingers. Somebody needed 3 fingers. Somebody missing a liver. Oh, it'll grow back. But we need this to help regenerate somebody else's. He was taking kidneys, all different types of organs, eyeballs. Yeah. And I know y'all like, well, how the hell was he doing that? He was surgically trained. He knew exactly what he was doing. He was a surgeon before being a corrections officer, and he got the corrections officer job because he knew he would have an expendable amount of inmates to do his procedures on. So the gang on the inside of the prison, the reason why he linked up with them in the first place was their agreement was that whenever they had beef, they would let him know exactly who they wanted to take out. So it was no more gang war with that gang. It was just a matter of Officer or COA pulling one of his disappearing acts again. And before you know it, gang leaders start popping up missing and ending up unalived in crazy ways and places. Or some of the lucky ones that got returned to the pod that were heavily medicated and drugged, they came back missing maybe a lung or a kidney. And let's just say some of the ones that had a little bit too much beef, those might have been Officer A's heart candidates. But he had to keep the heart beating just enough, keep him alive just enough to where it's sick, y'all. Pretty much, they would transport a live person around the prison till they got them to, let's say, a dumping ground to prolong the heart pumping as long as possible. Because that's a very sensitive organ and it needed to be on its way out of the prison ASAP, as soon as it was removed. And these guys weren't doing real surgical maneuvers. They were butchering people, y'all. Sometimes they ruined the product because they didn't know what the hell they was doing. Just slicing into people. And I know most of this stuff because after it all came out, C.O. Brown filled us in about what happened. Now here we go, next night, last lockdown, and everything seems to be going okay. So far, there hasn't been any fights, any trouble. It's a pretty quiet night. So I happened to get to sleep a little early. Now, maybe around, 1:30 in the morning, I hear the main gate open up. That's the main gate where the COs come from. It's loud as hell. It's like, chung, chung, and I popped up out of bed real quick. I was like, let me go see what's going on over there. And I looked out. That same dude that was talking all crazy to COA they was going to his cell. And yeah, they woke him up, dragged him up out of that cell, cuffed him up, told him to close his mouth. And, the whole time they jabbing him in the side and everything. They not even trying to hide it. They messing him up, yo. Wow, shut up. Keep your mouth closed. And they walk him on out the pod. Now, Officer A, he was still up in the control office, in the control room. And I could swear, I got pretty good vision, y'all. I could swear I looked up at that control room and he caught my eye, I caught his, and he was smiling. Like he know what he just did. Like, you better keep your mouth closed too or else. And I turned my head away real quick, like, shit, nah, you ain't see me. Nah. I ain't see you. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke, officer, overseer. So, now supposedly, there's a lot of rumors going around the prison, but supposedly, and I never seen this guy again, mind you, but supposedly, people are saying that he woke up in the prison bathroom, in the shower, on the floor, with bags of ice taped to his side. And he kept complaining about having excruciating pains and this and that. Long story short, supposedly, rumor has it that Officer A took his kidneys, y'all. Yeah. Or at least one of them. And sold them on the black market, pretty much. And Officer A had been doing this through the prison for years, supposedly. It's a network that he created through the Russian gangsters to keep a steady flow, let's call it, going to the black market. And let's face it, what better place than prison to find your prey when you need a lung or a heart or a kidney, when you need a finger or an arm or a leg. What better place to call than prison? Yeah, y'all. So that's what Officer A was into. And like I said, for my own safety, this does involve the Russian gang and another gang in prison and this CO, this dirty CO. I cannot divulge any other information aside from what I've told you. Alright, y'all, listen. I need y'all to get in the comment box. Tell me what you think. As usual, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. If it pops on your screen, please do hype this video so more people can see it. And with that, I'm going to get on up out of here. This is the Jersey Street Corner Prison Talk Show. I am your boy, Jersey Street Corner, and I'm out.